That's the general idea. You already talked about scaling. We've seen range come into the mix for Heretics as well. It does feel like, again, you know, they're going to have solid lanes here? Walk me through it a bit, Dagda, because I feel like for G2, this is comfort throughout.
Trying to commit to this just wouldn't be a particularly good time, especially when Mundo only has a Giants belt, so happy to back away for the moment, give this across to G2, and see what else Shao can do on the map.
The only problem is, I just don't think in the LEC I've seen a Cassante ever be the word useless. So going up against a top laner like BB, I wonder, as Deadly Flash does connect, Labrov went in deep for a deep ward, and Shao's punishing him with his 80 carry in tow. We need that shot to connect, but Shao's going to take the kill for first blood. Labrov, way too deep.
Yeah, not respecting the fact that he just didn't have control in a lot of places and ends up running into Shao. So nice first blood here for Heretics. Going to be very happy to get something back there. With the push already complete on the bottom side, looks like they're happy to just go back to the lanes, continue to farm on up, and continue to stack these dragons.
And someone will make this a little bit quicker as well. Quick check-in with bot lane in the meantime. It is a 1k gold lead. You're right, like, it just shows you why Varus has and probably must be banned. G2 putting on another case as well, as 3 members of G2 are going to take the turret by themselves, open up first turret, 2,000 gold lead.
There was some TP plays from Caps that I saw clipped quite a bit across social media.
You could only go up from there, though, to be fair. That's,
him and Faker holding hands, you know.
Yeah, true.
Oh, hang on.
Then flash engage. Han Summer caught out, and just as we're praising him, Han Summer gets taken out. Sten, very nice pick.
I'm going to need a ban in and around this bot side river for the bottom lane of G2 because that is just a death zone right now. Heretics find another pick. So G2 fall back, use the poke from Han Sama, and now get the Rift Herald, and it's Heretics just kind of window watch.
Show's looking for a kill on the outskirts, but Labrov, as he turns into himself, will just back off, and another objective for G2. Dragon seems to be started in the meantime by Skewmon. The Sundered Sky Aatrox is just going for it while Sten gets poked out. What a route coming through from Labrov, and Team Heretics tried to approach this, change of corruption as well. Ice is going to open up the curtain call, but he's not doing any damage. Broken Blade is in the way as Dragon's out at half HP. Trayson has unleashed the needlework from the side. Shao even tried to get a slice of the pie, but it's too late. Heretics, once again, just don't have the wallets out. They're looking in the window. Heretics got to have to make something happen, kind of stop G2 from advancing. There's been one moment as Labrov, okay, he's here. He's baited in, and Seren takes it. Fish on sink as Shockwave comes in as well. One more auto. Seren's about to die. Labrov flashes for it. He gets exhausted, but he's in protobelt away. The support, the flying angel of death onto Shao. A turret to save him for now. Level 11 Mundo says, let's go back in, but you ain't taking enough yet, kid. As he runs away, the turret's now exposed, and G2, that was their first kill of the game.
G2 were very close to making that more. The clone from the Nico died as Caps ran underneath the tower, so Caps ended up taking the aggro and had to fall back away. Couldn't get that last little bit of DPS, even though he was quite low on mana. Gets there nice and low. Labrov flashing forward to finish off the kill. But we'll have to keep our eyes on bot lane, as I think it's just a heavy trade.
Yeah, I wonder. Here comes Needlework. Broken Blade's going to all out, though. Onto Trayson, jumps to a minion. It's going to become a 2v2, but Trayson, that's a lot of damage. He flashes away from the True and just runs back in. He gets flipped around. And I swear Broken Blade could have done that by himself as Shao is now running behind Caps. And Orianna body blocking a Mundo. What kind of medical practice is this? As Caps pulls out the kill. And the only thing Heretics get is a turret. Their first of this game.
But you're going to lose your tier 2 in this bottom side. Cap's going to be able to put so much work there. Actually, I thought he was going to have some friends come over to help him. So maybe they won't lose the tower, but still, if they want a heavy commit. But already you can see that poke from G2 doing work against Heretics.
And passive is down on Shao, so Han Summer can now launch Chains of Corruption. Shao doesn't have that face checking until it's back up. He pops the ulti straight away, but a level 12 Mundo ain't going to do much. Han Summer flashes away. Pot Blossom gets the back line, while the rest of the front are dealing with G2. Yeah, it looks good. Labrov goes down, and some health bars are blinking, but the problem is, kill Aatrox. Next problem, kill Cassante. Next problem, how do we get to Han Summer? Shuffle back. Seren's trying. Auto after auto after auto. It's going better than anyone would expect at home as Ice holds onto a false shot. Re-engage here from Skewmon. He heals up, and Broken Blade has just run into Seren. Face first. Ice flash over the wall to survive as Caps has teleported back in to do the dance once again. Ice got a fake turret behind him, and the Ace is sowing the roots for G2 in this game.
It was a good attempt from Heretics, a good flank from Trayson. but the wall of Thief is just too big. Saren can't actually finish off members. He ends up having to flash into the front line of G2, and they get chased down in the end.
Felt like their best fight. Chance Corruption keeps Xiao in place, and Hansama just one-shots him now. This might be a bit of a trade as Hansama gets low, does a bit of damage on the way out, but Sten, he's just here without his rocks around him. The paddock is down, and he too will go on the ground. 2-1 for G2 for that small little window of the fighters. Need to work Seren's ulti as well to add into the mix. You're right, Dagda Ice's ulti up in 5. 5K is the Baron HP for now as well. LeBron at an angle, not watered, control watered out. Here comes the curtain call. Team Heretics to hold onto this game. But G2 in the way, the fourth shot won't be given, and the 1400 smite is down. Team Heretics now have to run away as Caps is the one who's just going to go in a dangerous position. LeBron is caught out and dies, actually. Saren trying to keep this game together. Show thinks there's an angle. There is an angle. Team Heretics, if they can stop this, well, I shouldn't have said anything. Shockwave comes through first, and Stan had to walk into face check. But you know the check was already faced, and you know the check is written. G2 pummel down with Baron in tow.
Yeah, it's an obsolete angle when that Shockwave circle hits.
MCOY have just been on a tear, and I think performance-wise have been the best.
But also, what happens when you just don't get Azir and Cassante?
Also true.
Or you don't get Varus, you know, game 2 and 3.
That's right. So we don't really know right now, but interesting comment. We'll pull that chatter up, and we'll talk to them in a couple of weeks. How about that? G2 through bot. This siege is an onslaught, and at 11,000 gold, they now hold. They'll run into the base, look to try and end this one, move themselves to equal standings at the end of this second week. The halfway point of LEC versus. It would be G2 at 3-3, at a comfortable position despite some of the rougher start. Team Heretics this game has struggled to defend. They've struggled to really get into range. A 5v5 dagger for their life. That's what's now on the line. Curtain call is going to be blocked yet again by Clone. Caps at half HP. He's been hit through the front line. Trayson with the needlework as well gets close, but as the final one comes through, Caps is still alive. Hope from Hansama hit Ice all the way in the back line as Trayson has to deal with the mid-wave. The next ones are channeling through bot, teleport for the reset, and this Baron buff has still got 35 seconds to go.
You still got another wave that's coming through, so G2 really want to try and keep this one going. The Azir turret putting in work against the creep wave, though.
Show defending distance does good damage. Sten gets it engaged, but you see the response damage. Caps just sends the ball up to do the work. Like Gordon Ramsay would say, you let the knife do the work, and it's been plunged into Team Heretics this game for the majority portion of it. Broken Blade zones off and is all out. There's no way Team Heretics go nearby as the Nexus turret now exposed. They need a wave to help them finish the job as the Baron's expiring, but you know that's not even needed at this point. G2 have a bare Nexus. Trayson steps up yet again. Hansama just waits for that W to be down. But G2 are looking damn fine. They played with their food, but why shouldn't they? When the team that represents Europe, when they want to win, they'll take it. Team Heretics gets sent packing with a triple kill over to Hansama. They say, hey, come on, man. Let's try and get him that quadra. But a win is enough.